nange ndisiba masala
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice.
nice body. Next time. Wow.
They do ball, free hit. Watch it. Watch it. Hey.
The game today, since it started, St. John S.S. The girl started pretty slow. It's 2 overs. Ever as they went on to do the events of the power play, they turned up the heat a bit. Projected score they have right now has gone up, and from the way it goes, it looked like they're on course to a decent score up there. They had a couple of boundaries in the last few balls. The atmosphere here at the ground is quite welcoming. It's quite telling the level of development of the game in this community. Remember, this game is brought to you live from the St. John Secondary School grounds, the Uganda Cricket Association, the Mukono Cricket Community, and Deep End Sports Media. As usual, we bring you such games. Made a lot of strides in trying to develop the game here in the local in Mukono. A few efforts in conjunction with our maiden mother body, the Uganda Cricket Association. And this is just one of the events that we've held together to see that we prepare some of the talents we have here in Mukono for the forthcoming National Girls Cricket Week. And these two schools, hopefully, both of them will be there, but they first have to find out the champion of Mukono today. Right now, as it goes, the teacher Nachirai Angela Namakula and Christine Namuyanja are on attack, while Josephine Nakato, who has so far 13 runs off 27 balls. She's doing quite a spell here, and the whole school is right behind her, both the girls and the boys. She's making quite a name on this field today. Josephine Nakato, 13 runs so far. Quite a Then again, we shall welcome everyone who is watching this game today. Welcome to Depend Sports Media YouTube channel, and also welcome to the Mukono Cricket Community events. It's a girls' cricket. Such an amazing sight to see playing cricket in the outskirts of Kampala. Good shot. Field just quite on time to get it off. Didn't give them even any chance to make a quick. That goes off a wide. It's one of the few times that Angela Namakula has gone off for white. Going by the record she has had before, she's quite a very courageous bowler. She doesn't fear to take on her opponent straight on. She's always for the task ball. She goes for the next ball. Everyone on this ground today is watching carefully. The visitors are putting up a show, and the hosts are also trying to defend
It's okay, it's okay. It's fine, it's fine.
the champions of Mukono schools cricket, but also the champions of Mukono cricket community schools events. It's been quite a number it's done through Mukono cricket community. Go straight back to 100 and go for a single desk. Just right on time. Just right on time. Just quite short of the boundary, but the fielder was just right on time and right in place. And raised their mark a bit. I think they're moving steadily. I think they're moving in place. Josephine Nakato so far 13 runs. Here are some of the calls from the St. John S.S. coaching bench. I think they're trying to tickle the field in a bit. It's expected at such time when the game is a very high stake like this. Good swing, but just a miscommunication there. They should have gone for a single there, which they do very a single just right on time. Something they should have done maybe a bit more. They also have to you know that this is just development. All both of these teams have just had cricket introduced into their schools within just about 6 months. Our expectation should be just well within the limits. Otherwise, if we push them so high, then we may think that we expect them to do amazing things. But during the game, that's the most important thing. They're making their goals, and they're doing everything they can to get them there, which is what the future is so bright for them. Most of these guys have got all the families in the second all they know is they play football, basketball, volleyball, and cricket. I haven't seen it and played the budget of the game, let alone play it. So when they come to go and put up the best show, you just have to play it.
You're going well. I think it's also good.
So proud. Aspa misses it. Aspa now is one of those in the community before joining her school. She's in the prime. She comes off within Mukono here in the communities. We started with her in the community cricket events until she went to school and introduced the game to the school together with her colleague Sandra Nyesigire, who is in Agape Senior Secondary School. And right now we're happy to see her quite an amazing time of events and quite the right step in the direction that I think should encourage cricket to grow. St. John S.S. 60 for 4. Just about the 10th over. We hope at the turn of things if they hit the 60 mark. Hopefully they will get a good hit there. Straight on. They take the strike. That's a good strike there by Mola. Sandra's coming. It's a good hit. I think they go for boundary. Yes, it is.
Never mind.
Secondary school, we have time to celebrate about it. Sandra Nyesigire ponders one of those balls where she lets go and pays the high price. So far so good, and the event turning out this way means the runs are starting to increase. We're just about the 10th over, and St. John S.S. most of the hard work being done by Josephine Nakato was 14 runs so far, and Hasifa Naula. And they quickly go for a single, right on time, right on time. They've understood that they will not make anything better in this game apart from getting runs piling up on the scoreboard. And Josephine Nakato, 18 runs so far, off 33 balls. I just have this strong sense of and Naula goes off. Aspa has been shown the way out. They lose another wicket. 66 for 5 now. Aspa has gone over with quite not a very good performance, 1 run. I think the compatriot Josephine Nakato will remain on crease, and I think the rest of the school will be happy that Nakato is on crease. She's still doing her thing. She has lost a partner, but hopefully the dugout will send someone who is a replacement who will be able to pick up the pace as fast as she has been doing. In my opinion, I'm thinking that they're aiming to hit the 100 mark. because we're just yet at about the 10th over. But so far so good, 6 or 7 for 5. Just going into the 11th over. And the whole school is watching this game very patiently and very inquisitively, waiting for the events that will turn out. Either the visitors turn up the heat or the hosts maintain the pace. Beautiful day of cricket here, such a sunny environment, a bit dusty outside the school. The teachers are here, the headmaster is here, the Uganda Cricket Association officials are here, and to us as the Mukono cricket community, we feel this is the climax of the event that we've been waiting for a long time, to bring cricket to the schools of Mukono and the communities of Mukono at large. And it all starts with the people at school, and then it goes out to home. So we're quite happy that the support we have got from the Uganda Cricket Association and also the parents and the students of this school has come off to pay. Another quick one here, well bowled there. Doesn't give them any chance to make even a single out of it. And I think the bowler will be so happy about her effort in this ball. Gifted takes it on. Don't know why they're so reluctant to make the runs. The fear of losing a wicket, I think, is starting to kick in. But I think the more they try to be adventurous, the safer they will be at the scoreboard. Another hit there, takes it straight on. But the fielders are just on time. And Sandra Nyesigire will be so happy with her field. You can hear the calls from the field. Josephine Nakato, 19 runs off 34 balls. She is quite hitting the mark there. She has set off the pace, Nakato. And she's one of those players who you think that her future in this game is quite bright if she puts up the interest and the effort she's putting in. She's one of the stars on which St. John's Senior Secondary School is hanging on to for the future plans of cricket. Let's go for another ball there. Goes for a wide. Angela Namakula. Another wide there. I think one of the things that there's another hit there. Good ball, they take off a swing, but they stop midway. Bit of panic there. Very good fielding for Agape. The field is quite tight. So aware of the events going on in the hands of still Nakato. Josephine Nakato is on song here. Sometimes they get a bit frustrated. To keep it alive at all times. Otherwise, Josephine Nakato is 73 for 5. St. John's is doing a great job here. Another ball hit there. And that will also go for a overs. St. John's girls seem to be pushing closer and closer to the 100 mark. Projected score 128 runs. Josephine is leading the tips. Another boundary there, very easily taken. And at this point, I think the fielding of Agape is starting to break in the sun. Little bit of loss of concentration there. I don't know whether it's the trickery of Nakato or it's the relaxedness of the slip fielders. If you're enjoying the game from wherever you are, please don't forget to subscribe to Deep End Sports Media YouTube channel. We usually have a lot of sports events on our channel. As St. John's takes the tally to 82 for 5 after 11 overs. With Josephine Nakato ramping up 27 runs of this 72, of this 82 overs. As Rita Kiza comes on strike, takes a stride, and the ball is met by hit there. I think they'll pick off a single off that. School seems to be enjoying this game today. Good hit there, strike taken up so well, and it will go for another boundary. The hit is turning on, the inspiration is coming all the way, and Josephine Nakato seems to be carrying the cross of delivering St. John's Senior Secondary School girls to the 100 mark. We're just at about 11 overs, going to the 12th over, and the 83 for 5. That's a miserable wide there, and they pick off a single from that. Nothing to waste. I think it will go for a boundary. You can see Rita Kiza scratching her head, feeling a bit of regret for giving a wide that actually goes off the boundary. I mean, if you're better at the game and you've done that, you'll be so cynical not to feel so embarrassed. And I think that's the right next hit there. She takes it so well, but the fielders fight for that ball and they keep it just to a single. I think the next ball was also bad. St. John's quietly and efficiently drive past the 12th over at 87 for 5. Gifted Makuya takes a fine first boundary of the game. It's also wide, too many wides. And I think the captain of Rita Kiza, who is actually Josephine Nakato, should be right now a bit jittered about the prospects of having her to complete another over. So otherwise, we'll have a rotation there. 87 for 5 after 12 overs. With Josephine Nakato taking the BT of 28 of 40 balls. Not bad at all. And Gifted Mukavia 4 runs of 3 balls. You have to appreciate the courage and the enthusiasm that's being displayed at the side of the pitch by both teams. This is a game that's in preparation with the National Girls Cricket Week, the National Girls Secondary School Girls Championship that's about to take place under Uganda Cricket Association in about 2 weeks from now, 2 or 3 weeks, and hopefully both of the schools will champion to take place in those schools in that competition. And this is one of those matches that sets away into preparing them for that tournament, where they will meet other better and even more well-prepared schools. But the game is a best teacher. Who knows? We may have a champion in the making here. It will be such an achievement to have both of these schools go in the National Cricket Week at the first try. It's just an understatement to think that it is something they never see by themselves. It's the dream of almost every cricket player in the country, in the secondary school game, to go in the National Cricket Week. And these girls here know that's the stage where they can put their skills to the whole country and the whole world to see, and hopefully career development can start from there. Another good ball there from Sandra, well taken there, full toss, off and to the boundary. That's a captain against the captain, and they go to 91 for 5. Gifted Mukabia is having a tail, 8 runs off 5 balls. She's trying to pick up the pace and move in the direction of Josephine Nakato. The partnership is trying to build. Sometimes you wonder why the coach put them in the middle batting pack, but hopefully it was a trick to see that St. John S.S picks up pace. Another good hit there. Sandra gets it directly straight on. Gifted Mukabia, very tall and elegant batter, right-handed, keeps the basic straight on and takes a shot with a bit of aggression. That's a good one. Wonder why they're not taking a single off that. Bit of loss of communication with Josephine Nakato. I think Nakato is waiting for the boundaries. 91 for 5 after 12 overs. Sandra Nyesigire takes it and she gets off Gifted Mukabia. Loss of a wicket. The captain Sandra Nyesigire celebrates a very good ball there which went straight to the stumps, and Gifted Mukabia, who had been picking up pace and getting more excited with the few runs she's had, this time caught off guard. Swings, misses, and it's as simple as that, you're off. St. John's dugout trying to look for another replacement there. Gifted Mukabia goes off 8 for 7 balls. Just wonder if she was given some bit of more time. Probably that was the partnership that was going to bring a lot of change and excitement to the St. John's S.S girls and the whole team at large at this point. But nonetheless, the score is not bad. They'll look back on it and say, well, we did our best. The game is getting heated and the sun is doing us no good either. Such an astounding piece of cricket today from the girls of both schools. Quite great rivals here at the St. John's S.S grounds. Agape Christian Secondary School trained from Chungu, where their school is, and St. John's S.S mukono trained from right where we are here at their school pitch. We are grateful to have seen all of them developing their careers, for the coaching staff of Chintu, National Empires Chairman, and then his compatriot. So takes another ball there. Sandra, who has just taken off her compatriot. Mukabia Gifted think she's looking to just build on that. I think I wish she to take off Joseph Nakato, who so far is a leading scorer for the St. John's SS side. Good hit there. Takes it straight on the full toss and goes for boundary, her first boundary of the game. Irene Mutonyi, if you see her in training, you'd expect more from her. She's one of those most and very, very promising players to watch out for in this tournament. And going into the National Cricket Week, which will take place in maybe around a week or two, hopefully the scouts and the managers of the game would love promising players to develop. Gifted, Irene Mutonyi is one of those ones we recommend highly. Sandra Nyesigire, to say, at least has done her part so well. Irene Mutonyi, 4 runs off 3 balls so far. And St. John's cruised 96 for 6 after 13 overs. Good hit there. Goes straight up. I thought it was going to be caught, but the run and dash for a single off that. As Josephine Nakato goes back to the striking side. I think Sandra Nyesigire has been the best bowler so far, an economy of 4.5, but 2 wickets in her bag. Just 17 runs have been taken on her. Very exciting players here as St. John's S.S goes to 98 for 6. I think that's a very dependable score. I think that's a very, very, very dependable score. Who knows what will come after that? What Agape girls have in stock. It could be thinking that that's get the amazement of the chest. Just in time. 99 for 6 after 13 overs. The game is being watched at the sizable crowd. Just completed the examination. Everyone seems to be wanting to have a piece of the action free of charge here, as everyone who could be watching it online live. Very good game of cricket here. My eyes just crossed with the coach Chintu here, the national chairman of the umpires in the country, who has been a very staunch supporter and administrator and contributor to the development of the game in his locality here in Mukono. And that's a catch, but dropped. My goodness. That's a dropped catch there. I hope they don't live to pay for that, because the chance to take off Irene Mutonyi has gone begging. Irene Mutonyi has 5 runs off 5 balls so far. Not bad at all. She's now partnering with her compatriot Josephine Nakato, who was quite stopped at the 28th run mark. I think she has given time for her compatriots to take up the lead and do a little bit of more responsible in the bound batting. But so far, St. John's S.S. Mukono is proving to be a very good force in terms of trying to maintain the pace, keep the balance, and keep the action moving. We have to thank the support of the administration of the school of St. John S.S, their headmaster, their games teacher, the sports prefect, and everyone who has been behind. First of all, interrupting their examination time to have the game of cricket played just in front of the school. It's a very courageous move by an administration of a private school. That will not go unmentioned. A match, the game moves to another phase, and that swing there from Nakato, but I mean Irene Mutonyi, but it was a wide ball. Another good ball there, taken off, but hits the studs. That's not a very wise appeal. You need to appeal with a lot of fierceness and sincerity. So Nabagala Ruth decides to save Mutonyi's face today. Another good hit there, but it goes straight to Nabagala Ruth, who is bowling. She's had quite a good spell, Nabagala Ruth. Very, very good spell of cricket right now. Welcome everybody who is watching this game live here on Deep End Sports Media YouTube channel. We've been with the Cricket Association in so many capacities for a while. Deep End Sports Media, we're happy to have worked with Uganda Cricket Association in every way. We've worked with them as their broadcasters, we've worked with them as partners, and we have supported the events of Uganda Cricket Association in whatever way we could. And even today, every event of this game is being captured and brought to you live from wherever you are, courtesy of different sports media, mukono cricket community, and the Uganda Cricket Association. St. John's SS enters the 100 mark at the 14th over. However, you have to give a lot of credit to Agape Christian SS for withholding this resistance for about 2 overs. And now the last part of the game, you will see everything that we've been waiting for unfold when Agape Christian SS takes on their batting duties. That's a wide. Florence Kajuka goes it for wide. It's her first ball of this game. It's another good ball. Hit quite well there, but they hesitate to take that save. Just on time. Just on time. And they pick up a single there at the start of the 14th over. Irene Mutonyi takes another run there, push her score to 6 of 8 balls. Goes way high, just misses a catch there. And Josephine Nakato hits the boundary once again. Take it to 105. A loss of 6 wickets. Josephine Nakato takes her tally to 32 runs of 41 balls. I don't think she was initially giving a lot of time to her compatriots to take up the time. The likes of Irene Mutonyi. And I think it's paying off. As Catherine prepares to deliver another ball there, she swings it, and they remember to pick a single off that. as Josephine Nakato goes to 33. (106 of 6 balls). Mukono cricket community is happy to present this game to whoever is watching. And wide goes for strike. Just below the arms of the fielder there into the boundary. Quite a stellar performance there. As Josephine Nakato comes back to haunt this Agape Christian School bowling entity. She has picked up boundaries from almost everyone today. At will, to say that at least. Because at all times when she has done it, she has been to some of the greatest bowlers of missed catch again. It goes straight to the boundary. Oh my God. Go for it. And the support from the sidelines there of St. John S.S. supporters seems to be getting noisier and noisier. Nakato goes for 37 of 43 balls. What an amazing performance from Nakato Josephine. Well, if you may say, a lot of mistakes have been made by senior secondary school, but that is to say, at least there was an effort by the bowler to bring out that mist out of them. So you have to credit Nakato and Irene Mutonyi for holding up such a stick performance that has pushed them to 112 for the loss of 6 wickets. Another wide ball there. Nakato swings. This will be one of the most games in this school for these students as they go into their holidays. A game in which happened in the back of the hit there. Goes straight of the face. And Nakato is having a game over time here. 42 runs. No answer to all our strikes from the field. What a game. What a game for Nakato. 42 runs for 42 runs. It's going for a half century to go. Will she make it? I think so. As we go to the 15th and by all means, I've not taken anything from her. She has managed to cement her place as one of the best performers of the day. Just 4 runs short of the half-century mark, which I think, in my opinion, she will attain. Unless something happens and the Agape John S.S bowlers get a little pushes to remove Josephine Nakato. I don't know whether wide will the short ball that will do a lot of good to achieve that. She goes for another wide. Nakato completely not phased by Angela Namakula. He just keeps her stance, maintains her sight, and waits for the next good ball. Takes it over strike that will go surely to the boundary. Nakato is powering her way. Is tickling in happiness when she sees such shots and that team picking up singles off such balls, utilizing the relaxedness and heaviness of the Agape Christian SS fielders to their advantage. I mean, at the end of the point, we want runs to mark up on the score. Just tips it over. You can hear calls for an appeal from the side. But today is a back. And all is said, this game is quite going to towards the and support their team quite vehemently. And Josephine Nakato, 50 runs. 50 runs. Going for the half century. Mess up all the celebration that and hopes that showing that St. John's S.S. girls may take this to 170 mark. As it for a short break. Everyone here is having a good run here. They're enjoying themselves. The game is being played so well. Very good game of cricket. Yeah. If you're enjoying this game, this is a national cricket qualifiers game between Agape, Christian S.S. and St. John's Senior Secondary School here in Mukono. Cricket has migrated a bit from the central region and from the usual suspects. Very, very unfamiliar grounds in Mukono. That's still Mukono cricket community. Irene Mutonyi so far 10 runs of 11 balls. The partnership with Josephine Nakato has just added more pace. Met with a familiar strike there, and they'll pick a single. I like the way Nakato and Mutonyi have decided to Nakato has been reminding 50 runs for Nakato, Josephine. Should be happy. Don't know whether the speed and the pace is a bit too high. And there she was off. Finally. Irene Newton goes off. Josephine, the most dangerous batsman. She's still on ball. They still block. So I think the 4 points. Agape Christian School. We should try with a lot of effort to limit the damage being done on the scoreboard by Tech Nakato. Otherwise, for as long as she's out there, she's going to ask for more blood. The excitement is starting to build around the school, and we are so proud to have introduced the beautiful game in both of these schools. That's a wide. We'll add another run to the St. John S.S. tally luck. As Helen Nahiria looks to strike her maiden run here, although she is meeting a lot of skills from Nabagala Ruth. Nabagala Ruth has had a very poor show in this over. She has had almost 4 runs in the last 5 balls. Got a strike there. Gopher easily dealt with by the Agape Christian School fielders. Seen anything but
How's that?
some
Good.
fiercest performance we've seen. St. John S.S. went played 2 games with the DGS. First game they lost the most of the games. And this the second game they put up just 100 and put the wins. Watch that game. Has some information about the number of runs and extras that they got. And just simply the extras to people, and I think the St. John's were very, very those of us who have watched these girls play, from their coaches and from some of the officials of the Uganda Cricket Association in the development side who have come and sent a word or two to them, words of encouragement, word of technical support, to see that the nurturing of the talents goes beyond and above. There goes another wide there. Just to make, I think pressure with the game sometimes takes up every player in their own way. Some of the people who are holding the ball right now probably have not yet faced such a resistance. They've only played, this is the second match St. John's SS and Agape SS are playing. The first game they played in the first term, Agape surprisingly won, and they were the hosts. However, this time it looks like the tables have turned. Another straight hit there, easily dealt with, but Nakato, the compatriot, going to hold at the national level. I think this is going to be a very, very commendable tournament, because most of the aspects of the game have this goes as far as her approach. think she's pulled a lot of strings to make sure that Josephine Nakato, of course she knows Josephine Nakato has always been very, very disastrous in this campaign. So I think she's trying to keep her side, her ball just within line and quite as short as possible. That's another good hit there. They go for the run. Just on time. St. John's, they've been slowed down a bit at the 130 mark. As Helen Nahiria goes on the striking side. Good spin there. Met with a catch. But she just drops it at the time when she should have just extended her hands and held it. That's a good attempt. But equally, that was a very good strike from Helen Nahiria. A pick of a single from that ball, and Helen Nahiria gets her first run of this game after trying 6 balls. Takes a hit just as far as the field there. Nahiria is doing her best, but also Angela Namakura is having her way and quite starting to dictate the terms of the events of this game at the moment. And the sun scorches them. They will quite understand the spirit of sportsmanship, endurance and persistence that comes with making it to one of the biggest stars of the game. 113 for 7 at 18 overs. 2 more overs of game. Talk of a break, have some lunch, and then reply from Agape. Takes it on. Sandra is a captain of Agape, also one of the bowlers who have from mature from a simple entry point player to having her maiden play in the National Ladies Cricket League. Sandra comes on attack. Sandra is starting to give a lot of hard time to Josephine Nakato. Nakato, who already crossed her half-century mark, raised another wide mark there from Sandra. As we hear screams from her coach on the touchline there, telling her to just keep in line. As the rest of the students go back to their classes, they've had quite a show. They are going to finish another part of the exam. Others don't have any engagement, still stay. Nice wicket. And finally, that was quite a good delivery from Sandra Nyesigire. One of the budding prospects of right-handed pacers. She's also equally good on the batting. We're just waiting for what her response will be when we start to give answers in their own innings. As the students go for lunch, the rest of the students go for lunch, the game will keep going. That's a good ball, full toss, met with the treatment it deserves, and they just pick a single off it and pushes St. John's SS closer and closer to the 150 mark. Remember, we projected that it will stop at the 170 mark. Although, with the introduction of Sandra Nyesigiri on the bowling, this may not be the prospects that Josephine Nakato and Helen Nahiria may want. Another good hit there, straight to the fence. And Sandra Nyesigiri will not be happy with that delivery. As St. John's pushes this to 144, 42 for 7. After 18 overs, the game looks good for St. John's. The game looks good for St. John's. They pick up another single. Quick single there. And the rest of the schools chants and supports their team into the game. Helen Nahia now 6 runs off 8 balls. And Josephine Nakato 55 off 56 balls. Quite a performance. Another hit there. Just goes as far as the fielder. Helen Nahiria. She's not quite aggressive as her compatriot Nakato. And also I think that's one of the reasons why she has been brought in the middle batting order. Or I must say the late batting order. She followed the footsteps of her compatriots who have been taken off. But she's maintained her stance on the crease there. As Sandra delivers another wide, full toss there. St. John's S.S. Mukono putting up a spirited performance, 147 for 7. I'm not sure whether Agape Christian S.S. has the capacity to make this chess. I will see another hit there, goes straight to the fence for a 4. The usual culprit, Josephine Nakato, who I think in a sense wants to reach the 60-run mark. Agape Christian S.S. has not found a solution for Josephine Nakato, so she will keep punishing them and punishing them and punishing them. She had the large or the lion's share of the score sheet. Josephine Nakato, a worthwhile captain whose performance arguably has been the best so far. She has inspired a lot of her colleagues, and I'm very sure that the rest of the school and those who would want to play cricket again will look up to today's performance and find some inspiration from it. What a performance from Josephine Nakato. That's a wide shot. Just doesn't trouble Nakato at some point as she skips her stance. Florence Kaijuka goes on strike. And after attempting everything she could, Nakato just couldn't get the best of it. Florence Kaijuka goes at it again. Another strike, and finally Josephine Nakato comes off. Loses her wicket at a point when she has pushed the game to 153. Nakato comes off with 59 runs off 59 balls. What a performance from Nakato. She'll be proud of what she has done, and I think at all points she lifted her school to a decent score. I'm not sure whether the person who is coming will fill her shoes very well, but at the latest point of the overs of the game, we're thinking this is going to be quite the last and the best at once. St. John S.S will look to take this to 160. Another good hit there, goes straight to the fence, but quickly returned there and just limiting them to just a single. The events of the game have been good, the scores have been nice, the energy has been just right at the point, and both teams have shown a lot of grit and hunger for victory. As going to the last few balls, that's a full toss, struck but just as far as the fielder. The current projection that this score at best will cross just about the 160 mark, and having lost 8 wickets, it is not a performance that gives you shame, but rather a score that gives you hope and courage to move on in the next innings of the game. And from Mas here, there's another catch there, and think she has lost her wicket, and for the good of it, I think she's off. Claire Nakamia hasn't quite hit the mark there, and seems to be coming off. And the game ends there at 153 for 8. St. John S.S setting 153. That will be the end of the game for now. I think there's a player who is injured on the pitch. Nakami has taken off. Florence Kaijuka had quite a spell there in the last few balls. This is her second wicket she has claimed. The sun is touching down on the players, and you can feel within how they're expressing themselves. Exhaustion is kicking in. Temperatures are quite high on the ground today. Had a bit of a drizzle today morning and yesterday night, but Jena is quite a hot season. St. Joseph S.S bring on another batsman to kind of wrap it up for the last 2 balls of the game. Takes it and swings it, but just doesn't get it quite well. And Florence Kaijuka will just be happy to get that go off. Another ball off, strikes it, and we call it a wrap for this game. We call it a wrap for this game. St. John's S.S have set 153 for 9. We'll wait for the response of Agape. In a short while, they'll go for lunch. Keep staring at the score and prepare their batting power to come and take this mark off. As we take off this break, we shall rest a bit, take a gallop of water or 2, and come back to start this game in the second innings. Thank you so much. If you're watching us on Deepen Sports Media YouTube channel, please subscribe. For the rest of the game, we'll be with you just for a while. Thanks.
Ivan. Hey.
ayinza oba ng'aliko na vidiyo alobaabonawo kabuto kuba musindikire liigo obona bwojja okunyigisa n'oluli alobe kunsindika
Tota. Dan, send some kid, get you some ash there. You refresh that piece like it. Aya, mumure. Muje. bagaba munda omwo. Genda koni, genda omunda. Ubere munda bwe muti. Magala munda.
Battery that love back.
Thank you so much and welcome back to the second innings of today's game. The game is between St. John's S.S. Kauga, mukono, as they play in the competition of Agape Christian Secondary School. This is the Agape innings. Remember, Agape is chasing 153 set by St. John's. And in the opening is Shukra Namudu and Karo Namiyanja. So far, 2 rounds of football for Shukra Namudu. And in the attack is Irene Mutonyi, who had a very good spell in the first innings of her batting. Now she comes on the attack here to face the determined side of Agape John S.S. as they pull up their socks to see whether they can reach the height of 153, which in our own opinion here was quite a high mark set at a home ground. For a visiting team, this is only done when you have a top batting order. Goes for right there. And Shukra Namudu is still finding her footing, counting her steps and keeping her line of sight so she can get off. Good ball there. Very good ball in there from the young lady there, Irene Mutonyi. I think she's doing quite a good job in seeing that she keeps the defense the score they set. Remember, if you're watching, just joining in right now, we are at St. John's S.S. ground. Here in Mukono. Good strike there. And the dash for the single. Quickly to turn back. There's a temptation to go for the second round, but that's quite a dangerous thing which will kind of solve out even if it gets anywhere somewhere. Karo Namiyanja comes on strike. Shukra Namudu. That's a good strike. And Agape Christian School lose their first wicket after just 2 runs. After just 4 runs, Karo Namiyanja dilly-dallied with the ball, kept her elbow low, took it a bit high, and from all moments of the sign showed that the field was really took the ball. And you can see the excitement on the Agape, the St. John's S.S. Mukono side after claiming their first wicket of the game very easily. Very unforced error. She could have just kept it cool. She could have driven it straight, but she chose to go for the high. And she paid a very high price. Very high price for her team to take. Considering the high mark that had been set initially by the hosts here. And that is another, it will come with a bit of an injury. I think that again goes to tell that Karo Namiyanja has to be very, very careful when trading. Katrina Narwanga has to be very, very careful when trading with Karo Namiyanja. There's still a chance that Agape Christian School can have their say in this game, but they kind of have to do it a bit fast. And they have to kind of find their way without losing wickets. This is going to be quite a very, very interesting game. Right now they're playing in front of a sizable crowd that is not kind of involved with any examination. The rest who are involved, some other school engagements, have left the pitch and have gone back to their classes, but I'm very sure some are still peeping from their classes because the action that's going down here is very hard, so irresistible to see, to just live out there, especially if it's happening in your backyard. Some of the stars playing here are their friends who they have seen And you can imagine what stories are going to happen in that dormitory when they go back in the evening. A lot happens after a sports match. The side shows that happen beside the beds and the tables, and for us big people at the bars, are actually more than what happened in the pitch. There's another high ball there. Taken! Look at the happiness. Look at the happiness. And the excitement you see here tells you what it means to get the game of cricket in your veins and your blood and everything that comes with it. They are on their road to victory. They have claimed their second wicket, the second over, with the opponents having just 6 runs to talk about. This is the first sign that the house is cracking, and if there are any cracks that need to be covered by Agape, it has claimed there are 2 opening batsmen, and it's still claiming some more, I guess, because for as long as Catherine Babiri and Irene Mutonya are on the attack, it's going to become increasingly so hard for to have their say in this game. What an opening performance by both teams. But you can clearly see from the tale of things that St. John's S.S, the hosts, are dictating the terms of this game. They have claimed 2 wickets. They have limited the 2 overs of Agape Christian School to just a simple, very miserable score of 6 runs. And with the morale dented, having lost 2 of their opening batsmen, this is quite an interesting tale. And hopefully, it is something they will base on to move even forward. If you're watching this game on Deep End Sports Media, welcome. Feel at free. Say about anything in the comments that can help to develop the game for these girls and these young next generation of Ugandan cricketers. Inspire them, encourage them, and if you get some time, you can come over to their school and watch these games. Remember, we have a small cricket league of the school that has already opened up, and this is acting as one of the finals. However, next time they'll be more engaged through bilateral series, because the more they play, the more they learn, and the more they get experience. Such games go a long way to boosting their confidence, to boosting their skills, to getting them to look at the game in a broader way. But also, the more they get into high-stake competitions like the Schools Week, the Qualifiers, the bilateral series, it adds a lot to getting the game even more developed than before. Good strike there. As you can imagine, now we reached the St. John's S.S girls are having. You can sense that it's going to be a very hard toll for Agape to change the terms of this game. Another good ball there from Muton. Irene Muton equally had a very good spot of batting. For that. Keeps her line well. He's keeping the pressure, a lot of pressure on Carol Amuyanja, who has just had 1 run in the last 10 balls. And her compatriot Edith Grace Nachiwiwa hasn't faced any ball and surely has no run. So you can imagine the pressure going on down there. If you are the visitor and you came to this field and the opening mark is as restricted as it is, you start to have a sense of discomfort and a sense of urgency, and you stare at a loss rather than a victory quite more reasonably than regrettably thought about before. Swing there goes begging. This is the game that surely expected. And you can just be predictive of it too. That St. John's girls have just come off a qualifiers match with the Ndeje, so the experience they got there and the beating they got there kind of tuned them into better opponents than they are when they went there. So it's still all good. All is not lost for Agape. I wish they could just keep getting inspiration from every round they get and rather not get a lot of despair from the loss of the wickets they've got. This is the way the game goes. It's like any other business. Sometimes it is low, sometimes it is high. But it is you to lift yourself up to keep it going. And for all of you who are watching this game from wherever you're watching from, it's quite a good game. You can always join us through the time here. Send us some good piece of advice on how best we can improve this game and help a group of the students in any way you can. You can always come over to their training grounds. Get in touch with the chairman Chintu or their coach Barak Turiasimira through our known numbers. So it can be of any contribution you have. You can always pick up a day if you're a coach and come and add some knowledge to them. If you have any used equipment that you feel you may want to give to them to add on their skills, you can always bring it to them and then you have it given out to them. I mean, any way you can. It's a community of cricketers who love it, and any support you always come to give them, you always be welcome. And a strike there, but it just goes missing. And I have to say that Agape is having a beating of his life. 10 runs, loss of 2 wickets at the end of the 4th over. Projected score of about, we're seeing about 70 runs if they go at this pace. Edith Grace Nachiwuwa, 1 run off 3 balls, and Karuna Miyanja, 2 runs off 12 balls. Tells a lot about aggressiveness which St. John's is having at the moment. Good strike there, but just easily dealt with. Just couldn't let it go any further by Hasfa. Good strike. I'm just thinking she's off. A loss of another wicket. Whoa, hell is breaking on the side of Agape. Hell is breaking loose. They have to look themselves in the mirror and think about what they have to face, what they have to do, and how fast they have to move to break the barriers of this game. You can see the enthusiasm with which the St. John's girls are having. Their energy is up. It's a very, very critical moment. Welcome back. The game are starting to go in the way of a bit more urgency in this game. Agape Christian School are now 19 for 3 after 5 overs. With Sandra Nyesigire having put on quite a performance there. She has tried with all her guts to lift the school up, and hopefully she will maintain the tempo, just like Babri did the other side. Sandra has taken it upon herself to tickle the score a bit, maintain herself on the crease, and give a bit of a credible threat to this rather very powered up. That's a good strike from Sandra, but the field dealt with it very, very easily. They've had a bit of a talk there, and you can see on the touchline there, Coach Barak is busy mentoring and tickling the field. I'm thinking she has come for victory today. They need 135 runs in 14 overs. 84 balls remaining in this game. A lot of work to do. but there's a lot of possibility that it is possible. Agape have a narrow history of one victory against this St. John's side, but that was before St. John's became a very credible force. That was a very, very narrow miss. If everything had gone as planned, we would have seen another wicket fall on the side of Agape Christian School. Another good hit there. And they go for the dash. And just right on time for a quick single there to push it to 21 for 3 after 6 overs. It's a good bowling there from the young lady Nantabo Penina. Sandra Nisigire 6 runs of 5 balls. Pushes it, drives it across, goes to the boundary. Sandra is making her mark in this game. Very good cricket we are seeing today. As both stars, Sandra taking on the role of Nakato. Both of them are captains and very ferocious batsmen. As Agape gets off the mark with Sandra and strike. Being fed by Nantabo Penina, who has already claimed 1 wicket in this game. Careful there from. Looks like Penina is starting to get the line of Sandra in sight. Good ball, taken straight out, and then go for a single. They just had to break that run midway. I think the batsmen are starting to realize the sense of urgency, and I hope they will not make a mistake out of that sense of urgency. Because if you see by the way Nantabo Penina is bowling, most likely she's looking for the scalp of Sandra. It will be very, very interesting to see if Sandra gets off what Agape Christian School will do in this game. You don't want that scenario for them. Surely you don't want that scenario for them, but the worst case scenario, I think the game will be done. Another good ball there from Nantabo Penina, restricting Sandra to just a dot ball. Good strike, goes all the way. That's another 4 for Sandra. It's looking clearer and clearer as the day goes by. St. John's is starting to have a say in this game, slowly, very patiently, through this partnership of Sandra Nyesigire and Carol Namuyanje. Namuyanje 7 runs off 25 balls and Nyesigire 6 runs off 5 balls. Each of them having 1 boundary each. Just to mention, the longer they stay, the more they get comfortable with the balls, the more they get used to. That's another good strike there, almost taken, but it's dropped. As fast bowling is proving to be very disastrous for Carol. She's starting to realize Carol Namyang is desperate for the squad to run up there. Good strike, takes it off, and it will go for a boundary surely. Crosses it, they will settle for the 4, and they will look upon that as not a very bad performance between the pair. They're slowly building the score, although they have reached the 7th over. But I think there's a long way to go in this game for them to make ends meet. They continue hitting the boundaries, they continue being patient with themselves, and if they continue to just make a desperate race in terms of their search for the score there, I think they'll make it either near or even as much as possible. Good swing there, good ball from Hasifa. (34 for 3 after 8 overs. The rest of the school is watching patiently. Some of them already concluded that this is a game in the bag. However, the visitors are just saying, no, wait a minute. This is not how they do things. It is not over until it's actually over. So, by all accounts, this is not a done deal. They have to dig deep for this victory, or else there's still every possibility laid on the table there for this game to get either way. But they're chasing a score of 153. And after 8 overs, Agape Christian School is just at 34. And their lead striker Carol Namyang 15 runs off 30 balls, and Swandra Nyesigire 6 runs off 5 balls. Quite a telling, quite a task ahead, but hopefully they can make something out of it. As Hasfa Naula comes again, good strike there. That stops short of distance. Dingoes within the crease and goes for no run. You can imagine the amount of development put in this full toss. Taken out. But the bowler was equally wise at the fielding. Sandra not currently having the best of her time, but hopefully she picks off where she stopped. A strike. Very good bowling there from Nantabu Penina. She's having a good spell against Sandra. She spins her way. Sandra takes that hit. Still just goes for a single. Nanda Upenda spinning her way, giving a lot of wow. And finally Sandra is off. Very good ball spinned. She tried to sway it to the side, but it only bounced. And surely they lose another wicket. A very important weekend for them in Sandra and Nyesigire. Everything looks a bit sore for them. And hopefully they have enough arsenal in the dugout there to come and level up from where Sandra stopped. The good news is Carol Namyang is still on with 15 runs off 30 balls. But if you look by the happiness that's on those girls' side, the St. John's girls, you have a sense of a hard game coming in the way of St. John's, Agape. It's not looking quite like Agape will just come in and stroll in the park and move over them, shove them aside. They set a high mark and they seem to be defending it with a lot of aggression on the bowling and the fielding. And somehow this is how the game is supposed to go. For the Agape girls, in their preparation to enter the National Cricket Week, I'm thinking this is a baptism of fire. They know what is coming from their compatriots who have already been there in the qualifiers, and they're teaching them just how serious you have to take every strike you get on the ball, and how serious you have to do your fielding when you're running out there to chase the ball. It comes back to this. What can you do on your batting, and what can you do when you're bowling? Watching this game on Deep End Sports Media YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being with us from wherever you are. This is a gaming community. This is sports fraternity. This is a sports franchise that has brought you some of the most amazing games. We've streamed cricket from 2019, 2018. And we're so much into promotion of Uganda cricket. And we're so much into development of the game as much as so. Good ball, taken out. And that is another wicket falling there. Namiyanja Karo cannot believe her eyes. She thought she had given it enough power. She thought that she had given it all her best. She bowls out with 15 of 30 balls. And that's still not required to take this game to where they want it to go. It leaves St. John's girls so happy, so joyful of that performance. They will feel proud of this performance at the end of the day, that a team that once beat them flat is now being revenged on and taught how to bat and also how to bowl. This is the way to go. 34 for 5 after 9 overs. They need miracles here. The middle batting order needs to up the game and to take on the score more. So far so good for St. John S.S. And hopefully the celebration that will come at the school today will be deafening. We know they will slip with the victory if they move at this pace, unless of course some bizarre moment comes and Agape turns up the heat. We know there's always that performer who comes and changes the course of the game. There we go, Haspa takes a ball, twists it off, and they refuse to make it run. They'll come out at the end of the day. Watching closely in this game is the headmaster of St. John S.S. Nice ball. She's so much into the support of the game. He's so much into development of his game in his school, and as a Mukono cricket committee, we are so happy about this. The balls are good, the game is good. However, at 9 overs, Agape is still stuck at 34 for 5. Things are not. That's a good strike there. Full toss, takes it off the fence. And for a while, when we thought the runs are dried up, Ramula Namukose puts on a first boundary of the game to push it to 38 for 5. Ramula can repeat that feat in the next 3 balls. She's starting to get so excited about taking those balls out. Something that she has to be a bit careful of. As we enter into the 10th over, Ramla Napukuse 4 runs off 4 balls with 1 boundary. Florence Kaijuka is yet to set off the mark. Some of the best bowling experiences on the St. John side have been through Asifa, Naula, and Nantaba Penina. What a phenomenal pair. Look to bring this to the game as they go for the qualifiers and as they enter into National Cricket Week. Good strike there. Another boundary there. And Florence Kaijuka get off the mark with our first boundary of the game. Off a full toss. To push it to 42. Remember, they need 116 runs in 10 overs. Wow. They need the boundaries more and more. They need the game more and more. It's a bit of a hard toll for Agape Christian School, but overall, the signs are that they can make it out there. They've had the last two balls have come off, and they've had boundaries with them, and if they can go out by that, good strike. Another spinner comes into the game there. That is Gilirish Nabulime. Very good at bowling. Nabulime is one of the promising prospects of St. John's SS. I think in the minds of Gilish or Florence Kaijuka, should be wondering where another boundary is coming from. She takes the strike, and Gilish Nabulime doesn't let that go any far. She goes for it straight away. As echoes of support come from the crowd. Very hard time for Florence Kaijuka. I think generally Florence and Ramla have a hard time dealing with spinners, because most of the hits that they've had when they are being pestered. And remember also Sandra was taken off by a spinner. So I think in terms of the bowling coaching, both teams have to learn a bit better how to deal with spinning balls, because this is quite something that is costing them a lot. As I see the sun starting to cool down a bit here, as we get to the afternoon, pushing it towards the evening part of the game. The set is still drenching here. Another good hit there. Go straight, and I think they'll get a single off that. And Hasifa dashes for it. We can let you know the atmosphere of this game. In the school here, the hosts are quite locked into the victory. I'm not thinking any intimidation from any of the bowlers is going to let them lose, as their bowlers are starting to kind of learn how to deal with all all the batting pairs. Remember, all the opening bowlers have been taken off. So they're getting more and more comfortable throwing the ball at the middle batting pack. It's another good ball there from Hasfa. I think Agape is starting to feel the pinch. They've lost 5 wickets and the score is standing at 45 for 5. They need 109 runs in the remaining 8.5 overs. Another good ball there from Asfa. The temperature of the game is taking its toll on Florence Kaijuka. That's a wide. Still go for bit of a mistake there from the wicket keeper. Let's that ball off. And the consolation from Agape comes with that mistake. They pick up a run there. Good hit. But Sanda goes for a dot ball. I admire the patience of Hasfa Naula. She's getting more and more comfortable in delivering that ball. Good hit. She goes for it. But they couldn't make any sense out of that ball. And Florence decides to step put, as does Rambla Namokosi. And Hasfa leave to celebrate off that ball. Another good ball there from Hasfa. One of those moments where victory is in sight. Near yet so far. Agape Christian School need 106 runs in 8 overs. They are left with 48 balls. And they still have 5 wickets remaining. Somehow they have to score 13 runs in every over. And that is just an example that it's a very, very tall order to call from them. Because they're barely managing a run in 4 balls. They already reached their middle batting order. And the temperature of the game is getting slightly a bit too hard for them. Looks like their compatriots have been training more than them. And also it looks like their compatriots are more locked into the better game situation than them, despite having all the talent to take this game. It looks like they've not been having enough playing time. Hopefully before they go, or indeed if they go for the national qualifying week, National Cricket Week, they'll find some solace and time to recover from this devastating defeat, which arguably is coming. Unless, but with that kind of strike and anticipation, we have a feeling that St. John's has one step to the victory of this game. Actually, the last time they played, the tables were turned and it was Agape that won this game. But today you can surely see that it is St. John's that is better prepared and better armed to take it. thank everyone that is watching this game live. I want to thank everyone that has put in something into the development of this game, especially in Mukono. I want to thank the Uganda Cricket Association for all the time and the effort they put in giving these girls the necessary technical support, the physical support, but also the moral support to develop their talent. I want to thank the Mukono cricket community of cricket enthusiasts who have endeavored to grow the game in their own communities where they stay, both the home areas they stay in, the schools that their children go to, but also the people they live with. Introduce the game to them and see that the game is being played. And of course, the sponsors of this community, Depend Sports Media, Kingsley Children's Medical Center, Palek Restaurant in Mukono, Salon Expressions in Mukono. Quite an amazing community of people who have supported these girls. But that said, still need a lot of more support from all the individuals or groups of people that can. It's a long way for these girls. All of you, I think, can notice that. Needs a lot of commitment, needs a lot of sacrifice. Look beyond and sacrifice so that they may have a better future in the game of cricket. Some of the budding stars here have already been seen. Yesigire Sandra, Nakato, Babirie, Girish, Nawulime, Haspa Naula. A lot of them have been. Some of us are not surprised that this kind of performance is coming from these two schools because they've been training together, and some of them have actually crossed from one school to the other in search of better cricket. So that said, I think it's more of a better time to say we are celebrating the little that we have achieved. As finally Agape crosses the 52 mark after 13 overs, with Florence Kaijuka having 7 off 16 balls and Ramla Namusoke 4 off 11 balls. Hasfan Naula still leads, has claimed 1 wicket, while Gilirish Nabulime has done her best part in this job, keeping Agape Christian Senior Secondary School just about 53 runs after 13 overs. Looks like they're not crossing the 90 mark. They need 101 runs in 6.4 overs. Just 5 wickets remaining. It's a tall order. Good strike there. Go for the single. She wanted to step on that ball with the leg, but just made an error of just increasing the pace of the ball, but they had to chase it and prevent it from going for the boundary. It's another wide there. And Ramula Namusoke doesn't look so disturbed, but surely the score should reflect on how she responds. There we go. All the batting power has been reduced considerably by a pair of Hasfan Naula and Gilirish Nabulime. Hasfa is doing her best. Another mistake here. They pick up that single. can imagine the temperature of the game has reduced a bit. There's a time when you just have to work within your means, and I think that's what Agape Christian S.S is doing. They're trying much possible to work within their means, to adjust their potential to more of a realistic target. I think at this point 153 is becoming further and further away. They did 99 runs in 6.1 overs, and going by the pace of the batting pair on the pitch now, looks more and more of a far cry. But the game goes slowly and slowly into the evening bit of it. Another spinner on. As mentioned before, looks like the spinners are having the say today, because most of the maiden runs are coming off spins. Village Nabolime spinning her way. You can sense she's having more game time. Good hit there. They were both excited to go for that ball. I think one of them has been injured. A bit of no communication, a bit of excitement. And there was a bit of an altercation there that got one of the fielders of St. John S.S. Mukono injured. It was a very easy ball to take if they had communicated between each other. Happens a lot in the game. Should be taken off for a bit of first aid as the rest come to play. The game will resume though. For 5 after 14 overs. Florence Kaijuka has 8 of 20 balls. Ramlan Namukose is still stuck at 5 of 13 balls. It's so interesting to see how this game turns. Wow! Just as I mentioned it, that it will be so interesting to see what turns up. And then Florence Kaijuka is taken off by Gilrish. Nobody made a spinner. Just after mentioning how spinners are having a time of their game in this tournament or in this game, Gilrish Nabuli claims the first wicket of this game. I mean the second wicket actually. The game is becoming a bit too much of an asking from the Agape Christian S.S. girls. The answers are few, the questions are many, the runs are few, the errors are becoming increasingly many. With just 4 wickets to go and 15 overs, they're stuck at a dismal 57. Some of you are mathematicians out there who say never die. But there's a point where you reach and your calculator tells you, you know what? Another wicket falls down. This is getting so increasingly disturbing for the St. John's Agape Christian School girls. The taps are drying up. The runs are stuck. And the wickets are falling. The path to victory is getting narrower and narrower, and the sight of a magic coming into this game is evaporating with every ball that Gilirish, Nabulime and Hasfa Naulak bring on. Nabulime, the spinner, has already claimed the third wicket of the game. And it's getting interestingly so bad for Agape Christian S.S. that somehow they have to dig another trick to get themselves out of this trouble they have gotten themselves into. The important thing is they have to keep playing, and they have to keep believing, and they have to keep striking hard. Short of that, it's a field day for them. Timing is slightly poor with that ball. I like the morale boosting slogans St. John says. You can just imagine they are built for this game, you know. Although, just to mention, they had a very, very terrible spell against John S.S. And I think from that frustration, they are starting to find their way, a recovery mode. Well, well, well. The turn of event are just pressing so hard on Agape Christian School. If you've been in this sport, you know what it does to your, you know what it does to every sportsmanly spirit you have. When your sight of the game is open, your abilities are there, but the odds are just against you. Rita Kiza comes on. After Romola has been bowled out. St. John's SS girls seem to be in every control of this game. Wow. Bit of a childish mistake by the wicket keeper. Goes for the ball with the arms folded and just ends up punching that ball. She has gifted Agape with one run that has pushed them to the 60 mark. I think they're starting to get carried away with the victory. Amazing cricket, amazing game, amazing people here. And as a cricket community, we find this to be very, very good, very welcoming. And we welcome all of you to Mukono to come and have a piece of this action, whatever you can. The game is getting stronger. Not having a good spell at the bowling. She's only protected by the high score they had, but she needs to improve on how she keeps her line, just like that. Good strike. They go for a single. Nobody brings it back fast. And Agape will be happy to go off the 62. Initial projection, you had that they'll probably finish at 70. I think that will come to pass. That a strike there just misses the stumps by a whisker. And Nabagara Ruth Namosisi should find a better way of protecting her. As Gilish Nabolime comes back on strike, on attack. St. John's S.S. Agape Christian School needs 92 runs in the 4 remaining overs, about 26 balls. They have 2 wickets remaining. It's quite a high toll, if you may ask me. They need to do just more than swing that bat in order to take this game back into their hands. Otherwise, the jury is out there and they'll have themselves to judge going to the national qualifiers. Hopefully. These are some of the games which, if you've had before you go for a national event, it gives you some time to go back and ask yourself the right questions. Did I bat well? Did I bowl well? How good was my opponent? Did I leave it for the opponent or did I take it in my hands? Those are some of the questions that a player has to ask themselves even before casting the doubt or building themselves for the next event. As for St. John's, this is a very welcome boost to their morale, but they should also be knowing that ahead of them lies the very people who beat them flat out in Deje and even better opponents who are coming from other regions of Uganda, the National Girls Cricket Tournament, which is coming in a week or 2. However, this is one of the matches which will prepare them quite much as they enter into this tournament. We have seen so many good and upcoming stars today, starting with the one who is bowling right now, Gilrish Nabolime, Nakato Josephine, Haula and a lot more people here. You can just have a sense that they're enjoying themselves, and that's the whole idea of why they're playing today, just so they may enjoy themselves. Feel the feel of the bat, feel the ball, do whatever they think can help them develop the game. Nabagalaruth Namusisi is having a hell of a time with the spinner. Takes the hit, almost caught, and goes for the bat. Umpire is not interested. And Agape will take their single wholeheartedly. Every round counts for them. I've been shining a lot, so most of the vegetation is dry. And the wind is finding a lot of speed. You've set the mark so high for your opponent that a cup of tea would suffice in the middle of the battle. Such is a celebration that St. John S.S. has had. They've dug in, they've defended well, they've chased well, they've restricted their opponents, they've taken out their big guns right on time. Now they've really the free edges of the batsmen to deal with. Reasonably so. Quite a recipe for you at all levels of competition. If you maintain this going forward, I think they'll have success against the best. Stars of the game of today. Mukono 4.2. Good is number 12 balls, 2 wickets. Now that leaves a pair of Christian and Rita Cheese to fetch 89 runs in 2 overs. So we don't need a calculator right now. We just need to watch this game. Don't need a calculator. 2 overs to go. Good hit. Just as far as nothing new coming from the 17th over. Sure. It's a very hard calling for Rita Kiza. 6 balls, no run. And the game is ticking away. Just in time. Opinion. We're doing quite well. Opinion has been 2 wickets already. It's testing the patience of Rita Kiza. It's moved to 66 for 9. Over to go, and this is the final. We'll call it a pass. We'll do the celebrations before we have the team photos. Good ball. That's as I predicted before. I think they'll just make it to the 70th minute. Anything after that, is a plus for this team. Fielders were caught napping, basking in their early victory celebrations. But they know they're protected by the next ball. A mistake. When they pick off a run there, anything counts. There's nothing to lose. They just need a respectable score. Another spin there. Good strike. Just as far as the ball. Good strike. The last few balls are starting to become a bit jittery. I wish the sense of urgency that Agape batters had maybe around the 13th over, maybe the 11th over, this would have made a lot of sense. I thank the Uganda Cricket Association for giving us the authority to have this game streamed, and also give these children, I will call them children because I'm a parent, the time and the audacity to express their talent, to grow it and nurture it in their own place, in their own backyard. And to thank everyone who has been training them, Coach Chintu, Coach Barak Turia Simira, and the whole of the technical team of Deep End Sports Media for bringing this game live. As we call it quits, it's a wrap for St. John's S.S. girls. They won this game very convincingly on their own turf and on their own terms. Something that will carry them to the next level of the game. The moments of the game are there. They'll celebrate, they'll feel happy, they'll feel the joy. They'll know that what they have attained right now is just something that takes time to attain. It puts a lot of help and a lot of hard work. To the guys of Agape SS, they know what to do. They know why they lost. They didn't lose because they're bad, but they lost because their opponent was better. And they know time will come when they can pick up the bonds. And from the rest of us here at the ground, I want to thank you so much for watching. I want to leave you with the last pictures of the game as a British chef with the last bye-byes, the last well wishes. It's been such an amazing game of cricket. Hopefully next time it will even be better. We shall maybe have an interview with one of the players, the captains, and see how best they see this game. Let's take a moment and bask in this glory. Thanks a lot.
Yago
Watu kama chini.
Tukikakula interview kama wewe una sound ajiteka kwa sound.
Ona kamera. Yanyumida. Haya. Go for lunch, then come back for the afternoon. Kaunga kazi. Dringi.
Nice to meet you. Bulijjo nkulabanga kumulayi. Ko negambe etya. Kalanga okujja naye olumu ebintu byamukulu bijjanga ku
Kamera yetu yalfa ola awaweza kumzinga wakati niko wajira ahazinga wakati tukeme huko kamera yalfa kazi sa kamera yalfa jiwekao
Hello. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sajab Ivan Cyprian, and I'm here on behalf of Uganda Cricket Association. I'd like to take a pleasure to introduce to you that today we had a development game between Agape Christians near Secondary School and St. John S.S. This game saw St. John S.S as the winners. But here is our our after-match interview. Captain Agape, please join me. Would you please kindly tell us your name?
I thank you for the opportunity that you've granted unto me. My name is Mukono Lamla from Agape Christian Secondary School.
Lamla, how did you see your first game?
For real, our first game, it wasn't so easy because we spent some time without practicing. It took time. For real, by the time we came here, that's when we did the practice. And I want to thank the St. John's for really you've made us realize what cricket is. And I think that's due to the time that they give you to do practice the game. Thank you so much.
Now that you had the first game and you fell short of runs, okay, I won't say that you lost, but you didn't score enough runs. What should you expect in the afternoon game?
For real, expect something hot. Because we've learned, okay, we know your ways, how you do your things, how you spin, and we've liked your spinning. By the way, thank you. But we hope to beat you in the next game.
Okay, thank you so much. May I have the captain for St. John's join me in the interview? On this side. Please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hello everybody listening to this. My name is Nalume Gilingishadia from St. John's Mukono. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for coming. Accept a match between you and Agape. Thank you everyone for tuning to this. Thank you so much. Thank you. Come and enjoy life in cricket. Everything is good.
Captain, how does it feel winning the first game?
Of course, winning the first game, I feel very, very good. I feel well. I feel very well. And I hope in the second one, it's going to be more than hot.
So what should be the expectation of our spectators in the next game?
In the next game, expect something very hot. Something more than this. Come, watch this. It's going to be very hot.
Okay, thank you so much, captains. And that is that for our after-match game interview. We shall have our next game starting in just a few minutes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.